Hello, everyone, and welcome to our monthly essential oils education class with both Taurani and Deepali. Hello.
Hello, namaste everybody, and a warm
Namaste.
welcome to you.
Yeah, warm welcome to everyone. Hello. So, my name is Taurani. I'm a yoga therapist and an essential oil educator for doTERRA essential oils, which we're so lucky to have available for us in India. So I am located in South India, and Deepali is located in Mumbai. And you want to introduce yourself for a moment, Deepali?
So, hello everybody. I am Dipali, and I am using these doTERRA oils, and also I am I can talk about it because it has really helped me using these oils, and I want each one of us to be really using these oils and get over whatever problems we have through our knowledge that we have right now. Me and Tarini will be helping you out through our knowledge, and I hope we can reach out to maximum people in guiding you through the routine of skincare. So over to you, Tarini. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Deepali. Yeah, so what we're here talking about today is doTERRA essential oils for your skin care. So for me, this was one of the first things that I started with essential oils. Besides, like I came in, started like integrating these gifts of the earth to my daily routine more as it was to help with sleep first. And then I started realizing that actually I could help a lot of things in my body, both like internally and externally, like the skin. So I came with a little bit of adult acne, like hormonal acne that's kind of like around the jawline, and scars, like old scars from acne. So it was showing up for me as both like hyperpigmentation and hypopigmentation. So like little spots over my skin, like both dark and like very light parts on my skin. And so I started experimenting with these beautiful gifts of the earth, and I just immediately found that my pores were more cleaned out. Like it just seemed like they were brighter, and people were it was like the first thing people were really noticing about like changes with me once I started integrating in doTERRA into my life. So we're going to share with you some of the 5 most common, and like, yeah, there's so many essential oils that you can use for your skin for different purposes. And so we're just going to introduce some of like our 5 favorites that are available for us in India. So, Deepali, you want to share for a few minutes on how you utilize the oils in your skincare routine?
Yeah. So, as we all know that women have this issue of, especially after 40s, they have this issue of pigmentation. And also, I had this whole, during COVID, I was not going out much. So due to certain reasons, like, not being exposed to sun or something like that, it caused a lot of pigmentation on my this area, especially around my eyes. So after I was introduced to doTERRA by my mentor Nixa, I started experimenting with these oils, and I use lavender oil for my skin. And I found out that the blemishes started lightening, like, the tone started improving. There was a change in my skin tone, and everybody started complimenting me. Oh, you're glowing. Is that yoga? So I just told them it's not yoga, but it's just the essential oil that I'm using right now regularly. So there were a lot of queries coming up that could you please help me out. And then it was like we thought, even I got in touch with Tarini because she was in India. So we thought that we should do this for people who are facing problems like us, and if we can help them to overcome the same problems, that would be really great. So this is where we are doing a class today to introduce how you can keep your skin healthy and get the same kind of glow on your face through these routines, which we are going to explain today.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Deepali. Yeah, something that reminded me when I was hearing you share is that like how individualized all of our skin is, right? Like just one thing that works for one person may be different than what works for another. Like we have so many different types of skin. So why am I going to go spend all these thousands of rupees on one product that may work for one person when actually what the essential oils have done for me is they've been able to make me like sort of individualize my own skincare. Like, so if this, like, let's say a blemish is coming up today, maybe I can use this or like, you know, tea tree or frankincense or any of these today, but then tomorrow maybe it's dryness or I want to put a little more emphasis into my, you know, wrinkles or anything like that. Then it's like we have like such a big plethora of tools that we can utilize, like DIY, do it yourself. And actually in the long run, it ends up being quite a bit cheaper than if you were going to spend all that money on, you know, different international skincare lines. So yeah, we're looking forward to sharing these with you. So let me just start our presentation here. 1 minute. So we have a PowerPoint, just a quick PowerPoint that we'd like to share with you. So this is, yeah, our Intro to Essential Oils monthly class. Today, this month is for your skin health. And this is with Deepali and Tarini. So what is the function of the skin, right? So what is the skin? If you think of it as the organs of the body, right? Like what is the major function of it? So it is the largest organ on the human body. So that means what we're taking in through our life, through our day, it's actually being reflected in the skin. Yeah, so I read something that actually our top 3 layers of skin is kind of like the waste product. Like there's so many layers to the skin. So the last few layers there is kind of really, you know, our body's way of like shedding what we don't no longer need. And it's actually what it's doing is reflecting our inner state of health to the outside world. And another thing that the skin does for us is it becomes like our protective boundary, right? Our protective boundary, both physically and even emotionally. Like, and you can really see this too, how like if you're having a lot of stress or anger, maybe you'll get a blemish that day. So isn't that interesting that connection between the emotions, the mind, what we're facing in our day, what we're putting in our body, and the way it is reflected in the skin. So those are things that we definitely need to think about as well. Like what time are we eating? What are we putting in our body? Are we eating a lot of sugar? Are we eating a lot of processed food? Because all of those things are reflected in our health, in the health of our skin. So it's not just about what we're putting on our skin, but it's also about what we're putting in our body, what we're exposing ourselves to, how much stress we have in our life. All of these things, if you start to get those under like under a bit of control, you know, then it'll be reflected immediately in your skincare and I mean the way the glow of your skin and how you're meeting people in life. Yeah, people and experiences. So, Deepali, would you like to take this one?
Yeah. My best of doTERRA oils for skincare. We are going to talk today about lavender, frankincense, tea tree, yarrow palm, and immortal blend. So to start with, we will talk about lavender. Lavender is extremely good and well known for its antibacterial properties. Acne breakouts, which generally happened in youngsters or due to hormonal changes, which Tarini said. Also, after 40s, as I said, women go through a lot of hormonal imbalance. And when Tarini was talking about one thing, it just struck to me that I have, spent so much of money on dermatologist, going one dermatologist to other dermatologist to just treat my this problem which was going on. And the thing is, when you're in that age, post 40s, you are always struggling with it. You want to you want to keep your skin good. there is so much of emotional trauma that you go through, because you can see the change in your skin, you can see the change in your whole tone, and you want to keep it good. So this struggle ended with this lavender oil and tea tree oil, which we spoke about. So yeah, it also helps in preventing and healing acne, which is a very good property of lavender. It opens up the pores. The reason why this oil helps is it opens up the pores, and it can really enter your pores on that layer which Tarini was talking about. But it has to be blended with some fractionated oil, because these oils have to be used diluting. You cannot use these oils directly on the skin, so you have to dilute these oils. It can be used as a toner. As I said, I used it as a toner with tea tree oil. And also it changed my skin tone, because they were like, patchy skin tones which I had. Like it was darker on this side. And these all things happen in just span of 1 or 2 years during COVID, which was the time when you couldn't go out also and do anything about it. So, it was really frustrating when you could see the change in you, but you couldn't do anything. And these oils, when started coming in my house, I was so happy, so much satisfied, rather than I went to all dermatologists and I spent almost 40-50,000 on it. And I think these oils are far more economical than what I have spent. So yeah, we move to next oil, that is frankincense. This is a wonderful and a miraculous oil, I can say, because it has the benefits of, it is an anti-aging, it's a skin hydrating, it's wound healing properties, it's cell rejuvenating. It has ability to strengthen your skin because of its rejuvenating properties that we can see. It again improves your tone and elasticity of your skin, as it starts our skin starts sagging, or you can see a patchy, as I said, the patchy skin tones. So this oil can be used to improve these problems. It also helps as a defense mechanism against bacteria and blemishes, which I think every woman wants. And it reduces appearance of scars and acne. I think, Tarini, you were sharing with me that experience of your mother, how you're using it. So if you can talk about it on frankincense, it would really help people to know how it has helped your mom also.
Yeah, for frankincense, it's been more that I utilize it more for skin hydration and skin healing. Something that's really interesting about it is that I've heard mothers talk about carrying frankincense along with them. They also have frankincense in like one of these roller bottles like this. So it's very easy for application for especially mommies on the go. You want to put it in your purse and have it with you, because when your little kid gets a little cut on their hand or wherever they get their cut, you can just place frankincense on it, which is already diluted with the coconut oil when it's bought in the roller bottle version. And that is like something that immediately starts the healing of the cut. Like even if it's bleeding, it'll stop the bleeding, begin to close the cut. And some history on that is that it's it was even used in like war days, like World War II time. Like I think when they ran out of, whatever they were using in the hospital for all those wounds, they actually had frankincense with them at the hospital to help with that wound care. So what Deepali was just sharing is my mom had a skin growth, I guess, removed on her face. And I've been here now with her in California for a couple of months, and I've been able to watch how that scar has been able to fade with both just the use of this frankincense oil and also a blend that we're going to talk about towards the end of our class. So thanks for letting me share on that. Yeah.
Yeah. One more quality of frankincense I would like to talk is it even helps in preventing the sun damage, the skin damages because of the sun rays. It also soothes and nourishes after the sun damage. And this is very important, especially in India. The sun rays are really very strong, because
Mhm.
we have, you can say, 9 months. We actually come across a sunny, bright day. So it's very, very difficult for us to protect ourselves from sun damage. So this oil can really help in soothing and nourishing after this sun damage which we go through. So yeah, this is very good, and I would really recommend for people to buy this and to use it and experience it, because this is how we are just talking about it. But till you do not experience it yourself, it's just not going to. It would be really difficult for you to understand why we are so passionate about this oil, and
Mhm.
why you're so much about it. So yeah,
Yeah.
uh, we go to next slide. Tea tree. Uh, to add or to explain, this oil is like, uh, it aids in acne treatment. It's a wonderful treatment for acnes. We have this perception that acnes only we come across during our menstrual cycles or something like that. But I have seen that especially post natal, women go through hormonal changes, and there are few students of mine who have expressed that they get this acne after they have babies or something like that. That's because of the hormonal change that they find in themselves. And it's a suddenly they start telling me that Dipali, we never had this problem, our skin was really very clear and clean. So I have recommended this oil to few of my students, and they have used it, and they have really told me that this oil has helped them, along with again the fractionated coconut oil when mixed. It has helped them in overcoming this problem. So if you combine 1 or 2 drops with your facial cleanser, it helps in cleansing properties. It also uh, is a very good toner again, and it soothes itching and redness. So infection, cuts, wounds, healing, you can use this oil. um, Even you can mix tea tree, then frankincense and lavender oil in a roller bottle, and use it on your affected areas. And this blend, or this you can say a recipe, can really help in treating the problems that you have due to skin irritation or wound healing. So yeah, over to you, Tarini. I think next slide you can go through.
Yes, thank you. That was very informative and very helpful. Tea tree, I also want to add in, is just, it's so cleansing that yeah, you can just feel how it clears like and cleanses all the pores out completely. And I can just be a personal give a little like personal experience on that roller bottle you were just talking about. That's exactly what I have in here and with me all the time. Is it's about 10 drops of lavender, 10 drops of frankincense, and 10 drops of tea tree, and that is giving you all properties that you pretty much need for most skin healing. Like the tea tree is the cleansing and the cleaning, the lavender is like the calming, the anti-inflammatory, antiseptic, and healing properties. But then the frankincense is like on top of that, that cell rejuvenating, wound healing. So for both like acne, I've had like a cat scratch, you know how dirty those can be with the cat's nails, like, and how deep they can be. And just watching it like heal so much faster than if I were to use some of the over-the-counter like creams and things, like antibacterial things. So anyway, thanks for sharing that. It was my favorite blend, that first one. So yarrow palm is one of our blends. So I'm going to talk about the two very must have essential oil blends for the skin. So this is pomegranate oil, a seed oil, and yarrow essential oil blend. So let me just tell you about this one. It is so worth it. Like the bottle in it of itself, is 30 ml. So that means that, and it's already pre-mixed. So you can just put it directly on the skin. No need for dilution here. And so one thing about it is I noticed that this one bottle, using it every day, it lasted me more than 6 to 8 months or so, at least 6, like, if you're using it every day. And I think maybe there was like a few weeks that I missed, so maybe it lasted a little longer or something, but about 6 months it lasted me. And something about this is it's anti-aging. That's one of the things that I really noticed, the evenness of my skin. Like those pigmentation things I shared about, both the hypopigmentation and hyperpigmentation that was coming up in my skin sort of started to even out. And it promotes that collagen production. So I immediately just noticed the small wrinkles like around my face, like my eyes, like not the deep seated wrinkles, but the ones that are like, we're just starting out. I'm 37, so I'm starting to notice like just a little bit of crow's feet or whatever they call them. And yeah, this blend, I've definitely noticed a big difference and a glow to my skin. So it also helps reduce the appearance of blemishes and acne, and scar healing. And definitely I noticed it healing up or speeding up the process. So something I just gave to a little girl with eczema, and she's already noticing a little bit. I mean, eczema in children is one of those things that's it's very individual based, but what I found is that doTERRA has so many different, like doTERRA community, all of us that are here that are trying it out. There's like community forums where people have shared about using a few drops of yarrow palm with both turmeric essential oil and another essential oil called copaiba, and mixing that again in the roller bottle. We have to be careful with our dilution when it comes to thinking of children, but so diluted a little bit more for her. And she's already noticing some benefits on this, like with her eczema, which is, so painful and, distracting for young children like that and mothers alike. So, this is the Immortelle blend, and man, it's one of my favorite blends here. Again, it was the one that I got at the exact same time as Yarrow Palm, towards the beginning of my journey with doTERRA. And so yeah, this is a blend of basically doTERRA's come together with all of the blend of the most, I would say even the most expensive and also the highest quality essential oils for your face. And what's so nice is that we get it all in one blend. So that's a blend of both frankincense, lavender, sandalwood, myrrh, helichrysum, and rose. So each of these individually has, deep skin healing benefits. So if we want to do a whole class on just these 6 oils, we could, because they are very widely known for their skincare benefits. Even they say that Cleopatra used to use myrrh and frankincense for her skincare back then. And yeah, I'm sure for many other things as well. So it's an anti-aging blend. It may reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles and promotes a smoother, more radiant and youthful looking skin. This is that one that also that Deepali was just speaking about, that I've given to my mother, and she had those dark spot, like an aging spot. She's in her 60s, so she has this aging spots that are coming on the side of the face, like darker, dark spots. And so you put this on there and it slowly, you can watch it fade over time. I've had other scars, like long-term scars. Like I have one on my arm that I was using this every day, and it really, you just see it sort of fade. At least I don't want to say it's taking it completely away, but it's definitely not as dark as it used to be. And so, yeah, this is definitely a must-have Immortelle blend. And so some of the things we want to speak about, just a few things, specifically when you're using essential oils for your skincare. So you want to be really careful. You want to always use a proper dilution. I will say that there are some oils that are okay to use neat. What neat means is it's not diluted, right? Like you're taking it straight from the bottle. But for especially first time users, make sure that you try it out on a little patch of the skin to make sure that there's not a skin reaction to it. So when you're doing proper dilution for skin, I think Deepali mentioned fractionated coconut oil. So what fractionated coconut oil is versus regular coconut oil is it's been, you know, the whole process it's like so refined that it's like it doesn't even like get cold. When it gets cold, it doesn't harden. There's no leftover residual coconut smell to it, so it's fragrance free. So when we add the essential oils to the fractionated coconut oil, it truly is taking on the full property of the oil that we're using as our medicine, right? Like we want to make sure that it's not any particles or anything like that. We want to make sure that we have the purest oil as our dilution oil. So I always say this one wrong, so please forgive me for this, but it's jojoba oil, I think it's called. And so jojoba oil is also a very like thin, easily absorbable oil, and they say it's good for all skincare types. So that's why we're putting it here. There are a few others, but some of them you have to watch out for oily skin or dry skin. So the fractionated coconut oil and the jojoba oil are actually pretty safe for almost all skincare types. So a few do-it-yourself roller bottle recipes. We already spoke on it today. So what you can do is you can shoot us over an email or a message, and we can maybe, meet one-on-one, and we can discuss with you some roller bottle recipes. What I'll put in the captions of the YouTube video, in the captions, I'll add our recipe that we spoke about today with a few links. So make sure you check out the captions for how you can get a hold of either me or Deepali. So something you should really be aware of, that we didn't recommend citrus oils here in our 5 most commonly used oils for your skincare, but there are some extreme benefits for using citrus oils on your face. Like, I've said that instead of getting vitamin C serums and all these things for skin brightening, I have used citrus oils for that. But one thing we have to really be careful of with using citrus oils is that the photosensitivity of the skin. So if you were to go out in the sun shortly after using any type of citrus oil on the skin, then you may get some sunburn or like a little rash or something like that. So make sure that if you are going to use citrus oils on the skin, that you wait at least 12 hours or so before going out in the sun. So when I am using it's not that I don't use citrus oils, because I really like the brightening and like how it feels. Like really my pores feel totally cleared out the next morning after I use it. And so what I do is like after dinner time in India, right? Like I eat an early dinner. So maybe about like 7 o'clock or so is when I've washed my face and taken my evening bath. And at that time is when I'll use the citrus oils, because it's likely I probably won't go out in the sun until at least 7 a.m. the next day, right? So 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So that's usually a pretty good window for using citrus oils. And of course, be careful, like any oils, like be careful near your eyes. Like I really noticed this with like, when I'm using peppermint oil for a headache or something, sometimes the eyes will start watering. And so no worries, there's nothing to really worry about here, but something little trick that we always like to share, because we want to, there's fine lines around our eyes. So we want to be able to still put certain oils like even around our eyes for those fine lines, or even just, like I said, relieving the tension around like any eye tension or head tension or anything like that. So there are oils that go around the eyes, right? So do not use water to rinse out your eyes. I can't say that. I'll say that again. Do not use water to rinse out your eyes, because what actually works more, which seems a little like weird or off or whatever it is, to you actually dilute that essential oils with another carrier oil. So you use either fractionated coconut oil or that jojoba oil that I just spoke about, and you would put that around the area, and that helps dilute it so that it's not affecting the eyes or anything. Yeah, whatever reaction you're having right then. So best is to, for skincare, is to apply 1 to 2 times daily. If you're able to do this, practice like your own skincare routine, at least do it in the evenings before bed. That's the most important time. So it'll really allows that absorption, and you don't have to put on your makeup or anything like that right after. So a lot of times for me, I just have, yeah, I mean, I wash my face in the morning, and then maybe there's one oil that I incorporate in my skincare, or either that or I've added essential oils to my moisturizer that's like already established. That's something that you can also do if you want to like enhance the benefits of whatever moisturizer you're already using, rather than making your own moisturizer. You can also just enhance it with adding 1 or 2 drops. So yeah, so it's like that. And then in the evening time is when I really do like a full like skincare routine with my essential oils. And like I said, I've noticed a huge difference. I I only come back to the US yearly, right? Every year or so. And when I came back this time, that's what inspired us to teach this class, is I'm getting so many compliments and asking people, wait, what are you doing with your skin? It looks different. Something's transformed. And really the only difference I've done is I've surrendered all of those expensive skincare lines, and I've started experimenting with what works for me as far as essential oils and incorporating natural solutions into my skincare line. So yeah, I wish the same for you. And some more things is, yeah, like I said, I went over the 5 oils, or the ones that I use almost every day, or at least a few times a week. Actually, many of these I use every day. So I want you to ask yourself for a moment, like, what do you love about your skin? What are some of the things that you want to enhance about your skin? And maybe ask yourself, what are some areas of my skincare could be improved? Maybe you can even add a comment into like this YouTube video recording. You can maybe add a comment, answer these questions if you feel inspired, and take that first step towards your radiant and nourished skin today. Either contact both Deepali or Tarini, me, to schedule, just a short 20-minute free session where you can talk about what might work for you and your skincare needs. And if you have any further inquiries, this is our website that you can order oils directly to be delivered in your home in just a couple of days. And yeah, there's a few more videos on this channel that you can, like a few longer videos where you can really get the gist of what doTERRA is offering, and how what are some of the introductory like enrollment packages you can get, enrollment kits with all of your 10 essential oils that you'll need for your they say like 80 or 90% of your healthcare concerns can be addressed, or at least you can have that be your first line of defense, that the 10 most commonly used essential oils. So do you want to sign out or say goodbye or anything, Deepali?
I would just like to say that thank you very much for being patient and listening to us, and allowing us to guide you through our experiences. And I would wish everybody a happy, rejuvenating skin. Please do get in touch with us for whatever queries you have. We can guide you one-to-one. As Tarini said, I and Tarini are always available. You can message us, and we would guide you to understand how you can get these oils in your house and how it is going to help. So thank you very much, Tarini. And that's it from my end.
Thank you. Thank you.